Welcome to another episode of Onga Foodie Master, brought to you by Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. As you already know, Onga Foodie Master is an ungaseous and entertaining food game show here to put the food knowledge and taste buds of foodies to the test, set to a table of 4. The last foodie standing with the highest points gets to go home with some amazing goodies courtesy of Onga Nigeria. I'm your host and certified foodie, Maiwa Mula. Without further ado, let's meet our first 4 contestants who are ready to embark on this ungaseous food experience.
I'm a student of Ajay Kala University and I'm also a freelance writer.
I'm an actor and a kitten rescue and adoption service provider.
I'm a content creator and a podcaster.
Welcome to the trivia segment. In this segment, our contestants will have to use their pen and paper to do the talking in 20 seconds. After reading out the questions, the moment I say stop, they will have to drop their pen and paper and reveal their answers. But not to worry, because in this round, I'll be their best friend and also their invigilator. Alright, now to your questions. You have 20 seconds. The Onga seasoning comes in 4-pack sizes, yes or no? Alright, stop. Now reveal your answers. I asked all of you, the Onga seasoning comes in 4-pack sizes. Oyinkan, you chose yes. Zoje, you chose yes. Ineka, you chose yes as well. And Paul, you also chose yes. The right answer to that question is no. The Onga seasoning actually comes in 3-pack sizes. So therefore, none of you get any points. Right now, we're moving on to my favorite part of the show. It's the food challenge segment, where our contestants will be blindfolded and they'll have to guess what food is placed in front of them using only 2 of their senses. They can either taste or touch the food. Now remember, they can only use their sense of taste and their sense of touch. Blindfolds down. You can now taste or feel the food. Alright, Zoje, it looks like you are enjoying what you are eating. Ineka, you are not really sure. You are not really sure. 5, 4, 3, Oyinkan, 2, 1, 0. Drop your spoons and leave the food. Alright, you have 20 seconds to write down your answers. Your time starts now. Zoje is looking confused.
Only wait 2 answers.
Yes, you can write as many answers as you want. Oyinkan, you haven't written anything. Ineka, you're writing a lot. Paul is done. He's done. He's sure of what he's written. Stop! What exactly were you experiencing when you were tasting the food?
I felt this plantain flavor.
Plantain, okay?
Yes. And it also had this puff spirit in it.
Explain to me, did a spirit take over you? Did the puff spirit take over you, or what exactly do you mean by that?
What I meant by puff spirit is that it was also tasting like puff.
So the first taste that hits you is the puff taste. The second one, there's a mix of maize or greenish. Then the last, then you have this kunu kind of taste.
So you went through 3 different stages of tastes. The first taste was puff.
Yeah.
The second taste was grainy and
maize kind of.
And the third taste was
like kunu kind of taste.
Kunu type of taste. Wow.
Okay, somehow it felt like I was eating puff puff, but it didn't feel like puff puff, which was why I said mosa. But then it smelled like plantain and tasted like there were grains in it. So corn, or now that I think about it, maybe wheat.
So wheat, corn, plantain, those are the ingredients that you're going with. Are you sure you're not just saying puff puff because of this your hairstyle?
Well, you see, it inspired the
Answer. I asked you to guess what you tasted with your blindfolds on. The correct answer is puff puff. The closest to that answer was Paul, but it wasn't just any kind of puff puff. The correct answer is wheat puff puff. Sorry, Paul. Zoje, you don't need to clap. None of
it
you.
got close to it, so
Yeah.
please.
But nobody gets a point.
I wrote puff puff and mosa. You made me choose mosa.
You did not still get the correct answer. The correct answer was wheat puff puff. Therefore, nobody gets a point.
Now is the time for our contestants to think before they act. They'll have to analyze the food that they just tasted and pick the ingredients that was not used to make the food. Remember, they'll have to pick wisely and think before they act.
All right, now is the time to put on your thinking cap. It's time for your analysis. Which of these ingredients was not used to make the food that you just tasted? None was used to make the peppered puff puff. Why do you think so?
I think both
Mm.
were used.
Okay.
Yes. Both
So
were
now you think both were used, but a second ago you said none were used.
used. Because they said was not.
Yes.
So that's why I said none.
Okay. So none of them were used to make the samosa or the puff puff.
Both were used.
Were used to make the samosa and puff puff.
Yes.
So you believe wheat and flour were used to make the
This
samosa
should
and
be
puff puff.
the rough part, that the aftermath of the chewing. This should be the rough part. This bit.
The wheat should be the rough
Yes.
part. How about the flour?
The flour is used
Necessary for puff puff.
yes. No
You're
matter
not
how
too
you
sure, are you, Ineka?
I am sure.
Okay.
Both were used.
Both were
Both
used.
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
How do I know this is wheat? Can I taste it?
You can test it.
Wheat flour was used.
Wheat, no, you have to pick one. I need a final answer. Which is it? Flour or wheat?
Because of that grainy feeling, I'll go
Okay.
with wheat.
So that's your final answer?
Yeah.
Wheat.
Wheat was used, yes.
Wheat.
So you think wheat wasn't used to make the food you just tasted? Is that your final answer? You don't seem too sure. Are you sure?
It is my final answer.
Wheat is your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go with wheat.
Wheat. Are you sure?
Okay, I'll go with it.
Is that your final answer?
I guess so.
I asked you to guess which of these ingredients, that is flour or wheat, was not used to make the food you just tasted. The correct answer was flour. And the only person that got the answer correctly was Zoje.
Champion.
So with that being said, the winner of this episode of Onga Foodie Master with only 1 point.
Say the name. 100%.
With only 1 point
Champion.
You know it.
is Zoje. Make some noise for Zoje. One time.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I came here to win. And I won. Look at me. Look at me. I won.
Congratulations, Zoje. You are Onga Foodie Master for the day. How do you feel?
I feel right now, I feel on top of the whole. You will not understand.
On top of the
See,
world.
this morning,
Okay.
when I woke up, I felt it in my spirit.
Your spirit.
That I was going to come out on top.
Okay.
And here I am on top.
Miraculously.
1 point.
1 point alone.
1 point.
Okay.
Grace. Grace. Hallelujah.
Are you sure this your hairstyle was not part of you or no?
Like I told you, it was divinely inspired.
Okay.
For me to come here and then I'm eating what is no, think about it.
So it was also the spirit that
Yes,
told you to do this hairstyle.
Credit I made it this morning.
Okay.
This morning.
Okay.
As I woke up, I was like, puff, puff.
Congratulations, AJ. You are a winner for today's episode.
Thank you.
Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, yeah. Also, yeah. So, I want to thank the director of this production because you inspired me. You inspired me to win this. Because forget I know I was inspired from the house this morning, but when I got here, seeing his face alone, it felt like I was going to win this and actually won it.
Okay.
I also want to give a shout out to Onga because if not for Onga, how would I be the foodie master? Think about it now. Think about it. Somebody should give me a belt.
We don't have that. It's only 1 point you got. Relax. Okay.
But it's the 1 point. The 1 point I won.
Yeah, 1 point. It's just 1 point. There's no one.
No, that person.
You're not going to give me a shout out. I don't understand.
I will give you a shout out because you are standing beside me. So you were also. Those questions. Don't do that next time. Because I know I'll come back.
All right.
Champion foodie master.
For the final.
Yeah, finale. Because I'm going to win that. I already feel it in my spirit.
There's no wala.
So just
come back. By then we'll get the questions to be more harder. How about that?
I'll take back my shout out.
With that being said, we have come to an end of another exciting episode of your favorite food game show, Onga Foodie Master. I remain your certified foodie, Maiwa Mula. Check back next week for another interesting food twist. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook and Instagram at Onga_Nigeria. And remember, the people that love food are the best people.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.